In this video, we're taking a closer look at NDI, what it is, how it works, and how you can use it inside ProPresenter to expand your production workflow. This overview is meant to clarify what NDI does and walk through practical implementation inside ProPresenter. NDI stands for Network Device Interface. It's a royalty-free video transport protocol that allows compatible devices and software applications to send and receive high-definition video over standard computer networks. In practical terms, NDI allows you to transmit video between devices without relying on dedicated video cabling like HDMI or SDI. If devices are on the same network, they can share video. For production environments, that flexibility can be extremely powerful. Let's walk through how to configure an NDI output in ProPresenter. In ProPresenter, all outputs are configured as screens. First, go to Screens, Configure Screens in the menu bar. Then click the plus button, and then choose NDI. You'll select your desired resolution and frame rate, for example, 1080p at 30 frames per second, to match your production environment. Next, assign a clear, descriptive name to the screen. The name you enter here is what will appear inside NDI receivers, such as Studio Monitor, so we recommend naming it according to its purpose. For example, NDI Stage Display, NDI Lobby Feed, or NDI Confidence Monitor. Clear naming becomes increasingly important as your system grows. Once created, configure what that screen will display. If it is a stage display, assign the appropriate layout, such as current slide, next slide, notes, and timers. If it's a congregation or media output, assign your audience looks accordingly. Once configured, ProPresenter immediately begins transmitting that output as an NDI source over your network. Now, let's shift gears and talk through NDI inputs and how those can be integrated into your ProPresenter setup. ProPresenter includes robust video input support. Traditionally, that might mean SDI or HDMI capture devices connected to cameras. But when you combine ProPresenter with NDI, your available input sources expand significantly. With NDI, you can bring in PTZ cameras that support NDI as an output protocol, desktop environments from another Mac or Windows computer, a specific application window from another machine, a mobile device camera, a mobile device screen capture, even additional software sources running elsewhere on your network, all without additional capture hardware as long as everything is on the same network. To start, let's navigate to ProPresenter, Settings, Inputs. You can also access video inputs from the Video Input section at the bottom of the media bin. Clicking the plus button allows you to configure additional video sources. This is where all camera inputs and NDI inputs are managed. Let's start with an NDI-compatible camera. Once set up, your NDI camera should be visible under the device's dropdown when creating a new input, but that's just the beginning. For capturing computer screens, NDI Tools includes a utility called Scan Converter or Screen Capture. When installed and running on another machine, it allows that computer to broadcast either its full desktop or a specific application window. Once Scan Converter is running on a computer connected to the same network, click Add Input, and then choose the NDI source that appears in the list. You'll see a live preview in the configuration window. From there, you can take a snapshot for easy identification, rename the input for clarity, and add it to your video input bin. Now that desktop, or even just a specific application like a browser window or ProPresenter itself, is available as a live input inside ProPresenter. This is particularly useful for demonstrations, training sessions, software walkthroughs, showing a remote operator screen, or incorporating presentation content from another machine, all without additional video cabling. Want to try live streaming, but not quite ready to invest in cameras or hardware? Using the NDI HX Camera app, available in the App Store, you can turn an iPhone or iPad into a wireless NDI camera. Once installed and connected to the same Wi-Fi network, open the app on your mobile device. In ProPresenter, add a new video input, and then select the mobile NDI source from the list. Immediately, your mobile device becomes a live camera source inside ProPresenter. This can be incredibly effective for roaming event coverage, conference audience interaction, behind-the-scenes shots, dynamic event environments, or a first step in live streaming your services. In addition to the camera app, NDI also provides NDI Screen Capture, which broadcasts your mobile device's screen over the network. This allows you to display an app demo, show a video stored on the device, walk through presentation notes, or share photos or content directly from the device. Once enabled, ProPresenter detects it just like any other NDI input. Add it in video input configuration, label it clearly, and it becomes part of your switching workflow. With NDI inputs, ProPresenter becomes more than a presentation software. It becomes a flexible production hub. You can integrate remote desktops, secondary machines, wireless cameras, mobile devices, software sources, all into one streamlined system. For houses of worship, schools, corporate environments, government facilities, and live event teams, this flexibility reduces hardware requirements while expanding creative possibilities. Because NDI operates over your network, performance depends on network stability. For best results, use wired Ethernet whenever possible, ensure all devices are on the same subnet, and avoid congested Wi-Fi networks when working with multiple NDI sources. NDI is highly efficient, but mobile and wireless connections may introduce latency depending on bandwidth and signal strength. In most production environments, a properly configured wired network drives smooth, reliable performance, even with multiple simultaneous inputs. To wrap up, NDI unlocks an entirely new layer of flexibility inside ProPresenter. By leveraging your existing network, you can bring in or send videos from virtually anywhere: desktops, laptops, mobile devices, and integrate it seamlessly into your live production workflow. If you'd like to explore advanced switching workflows, streaming configurations, or more NDI integrations, we're here to help. ProPresenter is designed to grow with your production, and NDI is one of the tools that makes that possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.